Hey YouTube, today I'm going to go over some games that I think really deserve sequels, and there's also a couple of games too that never got sequels that were supposed to. And the first game is Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Snap came out on 64. This one was not like any of the other Pokemon games because you went around and took pictures of Pokemon. It only had a limited amount of Pokemon though, so not the original 150, and not all of them anyway. They were the original first gen Pokemon, but um, yeah, they didn't have all of them, unfortunately, which I think they could do a remake and add every single Pokemon from the first generation. That would be awesome. Or they could also do a sequel with the newer Pokemon, and that'd be great. But a lot of people really like this game. It's kind of an underrated title. I wouldn't say hidden gem because people know about it, but um, it would make a great game on the Switch, that's for sure. And this one, also Elaine Noir on the 360 and PS3. This one also got a remaster recently on the new gen. This one was not like any of the other Rockstar games. This one was set in the 1940s, and you were a detective solving the Black Dahlia crime and trying to figure out who did it. And you interview some people and you go around the crime scenes and look around and try to figure things out. There's also driving in the game. It's not like open world kind of like the other Rockstar games are, but I think they could do a new game with some other type of crime. Obviously, they can't do the same one again. So it'd have to be. I mean, there's plenty of things they could do, but we don't really get enough detective type games. And we had Heavy Rain also, which is kind of similar in a way. But Heavy Rain was the Zodiac Killer. So, and another Rockstar game, I don't have a physical copy of it, unfortunately. I don't know what happened to my copy, but Bully, that came out on PlayStation 2 and I believe the original Xbox as well. That one was rated T, which was weird for Rockstar, but you went around high school as a bully, or it may have been middle school. I think it was middle school as a bully, and I don't remember too much of it because it's been a long time since I played, but I remember loving it. So, and a lot of other people really like it too. I see it come up often as talk of people who agree that Bully should have a sequel. So Rockstar is pretty secretive about what games they're working on until they're close to being done or releasing. So we'll see. I'm sure since Red Dead Redemption 2 just came out, they'll probably start working on something else, if not Grand Theft Auto. So these two games are games in a series, but they're not like the other games. So Super Mario Sunshine, this one came out on GameCube. This one you went around as Mario with a water pump to get rid of all the paint that was on the island. And it was really colorful, a lot of great music, and it was really fun and different. Luigi's Mansion's got sequels, so I think this one could. It may be a little late now, but it'd be a great game on the Switch. They could even do a remaster of it too, and I'd be happy. And this one's also a game in a series, but not like any of the others. And that's Starfox Adventures, also on GameCube. This one, instead of taking place in your ship in space the whole time, and this one's not like a shooter, this one's like a Zelda clone. And this one was on a dinosaur planet, and the graphics were beautiful for GameCube. And it was a lot of fun. The music was great, everything's a lot of fun. Some people didn't like it, but I think it's the people that really wanted another Star Fox game, like a, shooter type, like the other ones were. This one also got a lot of hate, but I think it's because people paid $60 at launch, and it was a very short game. But for $20, this was actually a really good game, at least to me. I wouldn't say it was like amazing, but the Order 1886, this one took place in the late 1800s in London, and it had werewolves, and it kind of ended like there should be a sequel, so, but I haven't heard any talk of a new one, so we'll see. It may be because of the hate it got that they're not thinking about making one, but it'd be nice. This one also I think was a PlayStation 3 launch title, but Heavenly Sword, this one was a PlayStation 3 exclusive, um, and it had some actors like Andy Serkis, who did the voice of Gollum Smeagol. He did some of the character animations and voice acting in this, but it kind of played like God of War in a way, and it was one of the first games that really made you say like, wow, the graphics are amazing. From the change from PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3, this one really showed. This one was supposed to get a sequel. It actually got announced like a year or two ago, but unfortunately last year Telltale Games shut down. So as far as we know, unless somebody else picks up Telltale Games or something, we are not going to get a sequel on this. This one, they're all like walking simulators in a way, but this one's based off of the Fable comics. So fairy tale characters, and it's very like mature. It's very violent, but it was honestly, I think it was the best of the Telltale games, even more so than the Walking Dead ones. And oops, I don't know what my webcam just did, but this was my favorite. And Fable comics are also really good, so. This one is an old title, and it had 2 in the series, but it never got its third like it was supposed to. And that is Banjo Tooie. This is the sequel to Banjo Kazooie. But after the 64, Rare got bought out by Microsoft. And since then, they really have not done anything with Rare, which really sucks because some of the best games on 64 were from Rare. And I remember reading in a magazine that Banjo 3 was supposed to be a thing, but they did make Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts on 360, and that one was not like any of the other Banjo games, and I was not really impressed with it. Some people really liked it, but I don't think they were big fans of the original ones, so that's probably why. And those will probably never get any sequels, so it sucks. But let me know in the comments below what games you think deserve sequels. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.